last we left off, Drac picked up a potion and met a very strange shop owner, getting a very polite ring and giving it to Sidon. After a race, they met Calypso and Mel, following them to the mountain where they met Fiona, the siren patron of Calypso. Talking to them and getting briefly charmed before becoming enthralled by her performance. At the end, you got some gifts, saying goodbye to her and Cal before leaving. Heading back to the city, where Mel spoke of her worries and a possible plan to leave the Dragon Knights. Though it was all late and you all went to bed, you have all taken a long rest. Of course, it is only the three of you guys today, so Sidon is asleep and Slab is asleep.
All day.
All day. So we'll start off with... Okay, we'll go to the lively loot. What are the two of you there doing currently?
Is it morning?
It is morning.
Okay.
It's like late morning.
Okay.
So like, we'll say it's like 9, like 9, half 9-ish.
I think we did kind of as a group decide that we would be. Today was like the go day, wasn't it? Like,
So it was the day where you just do, final prep.
Oh, so okay. So is it today we're leaving or tomorrow we're leaving?
Well, that's not up to me. Clearly, the only thing I would like as just the DM is to do graveyard stuff today.
Okay,
it's
right,
fine. But,
okay,
yeah.
My assumption was that we were going to the graveyard and leaving through the graveyard in the same motion, but that may turn out to be wrong. I don't mind. Let me just make sure I click the long rest button and pick my spell. So in the morning, normal fare. Assuming that he's going to be leaving, Archeron is going to see if he can get any money from some of the crap that he's got on him that he won't need anymore because of spells.
Mm-hmm.
Specifically, 2-person tent.
Right, you really need money.
How much does a tent cost, James?
They are surprisingly expensive.
It's like 10, isn't it?
No, a 2-person tent.
Yeah.
5e.
I know it's weirdly expensive, but I don't know what the number is.
It's not. Oh no, it's 2 gold. I must be thinking of something else. I mean, that's literally twice what I've got, so I will take it. So I will go. It's like a general adventurer's store.
Yes.
Okay. I don't need to know the name of it. I'm
there isn't one.
That interested. So he's going to go in and he's going to see if he can sell his fishing equipment and his 2-person tent. So
okay.
2 gold to buy the tent and fishing equipment. Let's see how much that is. I was really hoping that was like 35 gold.
I thought it was like... I wasn't sure whether it was 10 or 50. That's really weird.
Fishing equipment is 1 silver.
I can give you 2 silver if you give it to me.
What, the fishing equipment?
Yeah.
I mean, I will just give it to you. If Drax wants it, you can just have it.
Then, yes. Yes, please.
Okay, well, you should have asked. I've been lugging this shit around for days.
Yeah, sorry.
It's quite nice because
didn't think about it.
Well, no, there's different. There's a glass float. I think it's called a float. It's like a hollow marble, and there's this like silverfish to attract tuna, which is for, I presume, open water fishing. Which I don't know why they had it here, because we're on a mountain. But I suppose there are those rivers.
Kind of strange, but
never mind.
I mean, it could be good to have if we're like gone for long and rations start running low and stuff.
Well, oh yes, I suppose we really could do with a cleric or a druid. If only there was a druid. They have Goodberry. Never mind. Okay. Do you want the 2-person tent? I have a spell for that now, so we don't need to worry about tents.
Like spells so we all can fit in the tent, or?
Well, yeah. It's like a... I haven't shown you this. So he's... imagine this conversation happening in one of the rooms. He's going to clear a bit of space, and as a ritual, so over, I think it's 10 minutes.
I think it is,
show you...
Oh, no, I think it's a minute for Tiny Heart.
No, it's a ritual, because I've not prepared it. Okay. Yeah, 10 minutes. He spends 10 minutes, and what he does gets
out... Oh, no, let me show you this 10 minutes later.
Yeah, well, no, just watch. It's really cool. As he gets out his quill, and he starts drawing the hut. So it's like, not quite brick by brick, but he draws the circumference of it, and then he lifts his pen up. He draws like the roof above him, and then he joins it all up with these individual like tent-like poles, and then starts colouring them in. And it takes about 10 minutes, but when he's finished, he's got this hut, and it's like it's opaque, so you can't really see what's going in there, and all the sound in there is muffled. But you can hear like, "Don't you think it's really cool, isn't it? We can sleep in here now."
Well, I must say this is really impressive. But yeah,
Can't hear you.
we don't need a tent.
Okay, I'm just gonna pop out of it. Oh, it's gone. Yeah, so I can do that now.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's the thing we can do. So we don't need to
Which
worry
means
about
we'll have
that.
to sleep in the same thing.
Well,
What?
Well, obviously, there's enough space for everyone. It just means you have to sleep like inches, feet, if not inches away from Sidon.
it's like 10-foot radius. It's not like
10-foot radius, yeah, but there is
it's
five
like
of
20.
you.
It says it can fit 9 people in it.
Yeah, but there's 5 of you. That is,
I mean,
Yeah,
one
we
of us
just
is
leave
tiny.
Sidon on the
Small.
side, and
Well.
then we move to the other side.
Maybe I can convince Sidon he wants to buy the tents.
he has to be polite
Yeah,
now.
sleep
so...
outside in the rain.
Yeah. Well, he's used to it, isn't he? He's Sidon, the wandering adventurer. Ha! Perhaps we should go and get Maeve. I fear that Sidon. Oh, look, he's off there with Slab on a horse.
No, he's asleep.
Um,
Don't worry,
like
he's a
just trying to
generic white
walk
man.
into a
Everyone
wall.
looks like him.
it was a white man and like a halfling.
He's on TikTok live doing like, corn. Just like trying to drum up some gold. Full on NPC. Okay, well, we need to go to the Drake Warden. No, the Drake
Say the dragon. That's...
Guard.
Dragon. We need to go to the Dragon Knights and the Drake Guard, which is where they live.
Yes.
Yes, so we need to go there because we might be able to get a little bit of information and maybe get paid.
Yeah, I'm just gonna pack up my things because I don't know if we will be back anytime soon, so I think it's just best to have all of my shit. So it doesn't happen like last time, then he threw all my shit in his warehouse, so yeah.
Yes, I think that's probably quite a wise idea. Do you think it'd be rude if we asked him to I suppose we can't ask him to keep a room open for us because we don't know if we're ever coming back.
Well, if we pay him, he might, but yeah, I think
It's a bit of a waste, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. I think we just give him our keys and see if we come back at all.
Okay, well let's go get Maeve, then go visit Mel and get her to take us to the Drake Guard, and then we can go check out the graveyard.
Great guards and graveyards.
Yeah.
The Drake Guards and graveyards. Yes.
Guys, I found the episode now. Okay, is that your plan?
I think so. Yes. Anything else that we need to do today? I could.
don't think so.
Well, let me see. I'm just going to check, see how many rations I have. Do you think we'll get fed in the Feywild?
Maybe Char's the person who knows the Feywild when you meet them.
Yeah, maybe ask Maven. I don't even know if the Feywild creatures even eat.
I think they do. Hang on, that's a good point. Can I make an Arcana check to see if I think they eat?
Yes.
Okay. They need to eat something.
Yeah. They do eat. Most of them eat in like Archfey or Pixies or whatever. They will eat in a very similar way to how normal people eat. So you're fine.
Okay. Yeah, I think this is whether or not the food there will be edible. But let's go and get. Let's go and collect Maeve, and then we can see. She's been there before. She'll be able to set us right.
Yeah, that's true.
Cool.
Okay.
So speaking of, why are you walking like that?
Squidward what?
You have new boots.
Yeah, they're wet. They came from a puddle.
It's been 24 hours. I assume you dried them. You have prestidigitation.
Yeah, I
you
have
can do
prestidigitation.
that as an
Do I have
action.
prestidigitation? I got rid of it at one point because I needed something else.
You can change it every day, and you could have just worn them by
I
the
did
fire
actually
if you
did
really
not
needed
have
to.
prestidigitation. I also have my other boots. So I decided I have them. I'm 50-50 on whether I'm going to sell them because I spent so much money on them.
Mhm.
We'll
Yeah,
find
you
out.
spent 10 gold on them.
I
Yes.
spent so much fucking
It was the
money.
most expensive purchase maybe this entire campaign so far. Okay, so Maeve, you probably woke up slightly later than you normally would, like 7-ish.
Yeah.
Because you got back late and then we're talking for a bit. Is there anything specific that you're doing in the morning?
Not that I can think of. Where would she have woken up? Because obviously.
In her bedroom.
Okay. She'd probably be like, huh?
There's a note on the desk
Yeah.
that just says you fell asleep, so I brought you upstairs.
Like a fucking word written on your face with your shoes on, dickhead.
No, she specifically took her shoes off when she walked in the first time.
Yeah. No, then I think she'd probably like poke her head in to Sidon and Slab, see that they're both conked out.
Yeah.
And be like,
Cuddled up.
yeah.
They're in the same room for some reason.
Yeah.
They have individual rooms, but Slab's the big spoon.
Yeah. Pete's gonna kill us.
What's he gonna say?
But yeah, then I think she'd probably go downstairs, say good morning to the guys.
Mm-hmm.
If there's any like breakfast things out that she can like grab and go.
Yeah. The only thing I would say is when you go downstairs, there is some food that you can have. But Cassian does sort of come up to you, and just says, I'm not sure exactly what's happening, but I heard you mentioned last night that you might be checking out the graveyard today.
Mm-hmm. Did you want to?
Well, when you do, I'm not sure if it's the first thing you're doing, but when you do, I would like to be there. Just obviously because I've been there before, and I'm feeling fine, good, and I can disguise myself, so I don't think it'll be much of an issue.
Perfect.
Gonna have to get used to going outside anyway.
Mm-hmm. Well, I will. I'll find the boys and I'll let you know what's happening.
Like clockwork, as you say that there's a knock at the door, and Archeron and Drag
come out to play.
She'd just look at Cassian. I found the boys.
Yep. Well, let's see what's happening. Alex lets you both in, and you're sort of standing in like the big room before the dining room, with the set of stairs. Yeah.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes. Morning.
Sleep well?
Fine. Did you?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, we obviously with the plans to maybe away today. We're trying to wrap things up here. We're going to go and see the Dragon Knights, and then yes, see what we see. I've got some things I need to get rid of, and then any last minute preparations before we go, and then we can go and check out the graveyard.
Oh yeah, just a quick thing. Is Sidon here?
He is very much asleep.
Yes.
Oh, good. Then I can tell you guys that yesterday I was at the Arcana something store.
What was it called? The Arcane Curiosity Shop, I believe is the name.
Yeah.
Yes, the Arcane Oddities Curiosity Shop.
Yeah, I was there and I found this really funny ring that if a person hits another one, they are compelled to say they're sorry. And I managed to get Sidon to wear it, and it's so fucking funny.
Is that the ring that he was? I noticed yesterday.
Yeah, it's the ring.
Oh, and does he not know?
No, he doesn't. He thinks it's make him like
If he
stronger and
asks.
faster.
If he asks, because I know that May can detect magic as well, that ring definitely not magical. Okay.
No, not at all. Yes.
Well, Jack did mention it was magical, but he mentioned
you
that
should
it was
say
that
that
made him
it's
stronger.
magical because I said it would make him stronger and faster.
Ah, yes. Excellent. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's, I have been having a blast seeing him like compelled to say sorry to people.
Because I assume he's not going to be joining us today because he's so sleepy. I've taken mending off my prepared cantrips list because I thought, why would I need it? There's no one going to be kicking in any doors. But maybe
True.
if I take it tomorrow, I could mend the ring so it's a little bit smaller. I'll have to see on how the spell works.
to fuse it to his hand.
No, I didn't know, just a tiny bit so he can't get it over the mid knuckle, you know.
Jesus
Like my
Christ.
wedding ring, I struggled to get my wedding ring off because like my fingers have changed shape in the last fucking however many years it's been, and so not like so it's tight, but just so if he's trying to take it off, he like has to get a little bit of like lubrication.
A little bit of WD-40.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's just a little bit, just a teensy, because like a ring size is very, like you don't need a lot to make have a ring change.
That's true.
So yeah, or I could just like I don't know. There's things I could do. So, but yeah, okay. Well, that's very funny. You haven't played a trick like that on me, have you?
No.
Oh.
Or I do have this pen, if you want to try it. And I pull out the quill with the question marks on it.
Ooh, I like the aesthetic.
It's like the Riddler if it was black and white.
Do you remember I don't know if you remember, like in the old Doctor Who's, they used to wear stuff with like question marks on it.
I don't watch that.
Okay, well they oh, of course you don't know. You're not cool. But like he used to have like braces with question marks on it. So that's very like I went, ooh. I have a quill. And so what he does, he like puts his hands together and like Doctor Strange's a, you know what I mean when I say that, like a quill out of nowhere, and it's the quill he casts with. It's the porridge quill. It's like I couldn't, in all good conscience, move away from this. This is a gift.
Oh yeah, this quill is not for writing serious stuff. Just try writing something with it.
Oh, okay. I'm going to make my quill disappear, and I'm going to start writing the lyrics to the Vermilion Mirage, because I've just written them today. Yeah. So he starts writing them out.
It writes like normal.
It writes like it's working fine.
Drac, you would know that it's specifically for questions.
Yeah, write a question instead.
Oh, how many roads must a man walk down before you can call him a man?
A dog named Brian.
Oh. Wow.
Yeah, that's what it does.
I think this one should be given to Poseidon 2, and then we could be like, Poseidon, please, write down, what is your full name? And he could be like,
Poseidon, the Wandering Warrior.
Dickhead. You have to write it. It's just, just be like, I don't know, fucking oozing.
Stop.
I don't know. But yeah, he would have to write absolute garbage. That'd be quite funny.
Yeah, I just thought it was funny, and it was like 1 gold, so I thought, yeah, well, the hell not.
It's not bullying, is it?
Nah. Boys will be boys.
Okay. Well, as long as it's not bullying. I'm sure he'd find it very funny if we explained it to him.
Yeah, but
if he was in on the joke, I'm sure he'd love it.
Yeah, I'm sure he
was going to tell Slab. Okay, so you guys are going to head to the Drakeguard garrison.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, well, can we go via? Is it easy to go via Mel's?
Technically, yeah.
Okay.
Well, it's like the same way. You'd be going that way anyway.
Okay, just because if she's there, it saves us like breaking in again and me wasting.
She was there the first time.
Yeah, I know, but
you just broke in.
She wasn't outside for us to talk to.
Yeah, you could have just asked, "Is Mel there?"
Okay. Can Mel come out to play?
Well, you all go to the Drakeguard. Oh, sorry, you will walk via Mel's house, and for the sake of ease, as you're walking, you sort of go down the sort of the smaller street to go to Mel's place, and you just see Mel like locking her door as she's about to leave.
Oh,
yeah.
Double hand wave.
Oh, hi. She like waves to all of you.
Good morning.
Can I hand her a breakfast pastry that I took out of the house? She's like,
yeah.
Morning.
Oh, thank you. I was going to try and find you guys. This works.
Yeah. Well, congratulations, you did. we thought we'd rather than sneak in again, we thought we'd arrive via the official routes today. That's okay.
Yeah, like the normal way that people are supposed to enter.
Yes, the normal way that people are supposed to use. Yes, you're right, Drake. Yeah, of course.
Okay. Apparently, it's what we're asking to do. Did you sleep well, Mel?
Yeah.
Okay.
Slept okay. Nothing weird.
Okay. We all seem to sleep okay. Excellent.
Follow me.
Okay.
We're following the leader.
Yes, you are following the leader. It only takes from Mel's house about another 10 to 15 minutes to get to the outside of the Dreadguard garrison. She says that same password as before, I believe. Archon knows now what it means. I don't think anyone speaks Draconic to know what it means. But you will go in, and into the main chamber of the Dreadguard garrison. Here it is.
On the way, I want to make sure that as a collective we have our story straight. Not as much about what was happening, because I think we all agreed not to say there was a siren. There was just groups of people were being given the opportunity to see something, and they were electing to do so and perhaps stay there, and they probably weren't telling their families where to go. But more about how we position it to be like Mel's victory kind of thing.
Okay.
Does that make sense? Do people understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So if they ask like what was going on, we just gotta say that Mel killed whatever.
No, I don't think we need to go into that. Like Mel led us to like she. I would okay this with Mel as well. I didn't.
She's probably involved in this conversation.
Yeah. Like I want to make sure that she's, giving the that she's the one who's like kind of understand it, but like somehow people were being charmed out of the city. They were arriving there, and they were then given the opportunity to return back if they wanted to, but some of them elected not. And the story that I want to, this is very much a James kind of thing, I want to sell, is that Mel had found a way to find the encampment. However, that's up to her to elaborate on. And then she was the one who made sure that the people who were there did have their own like freedom of will to leave, and she was able to put her own mind at ease that people were able to leave and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. Cool.
Yeah, if Mel is okay with that, then I'm fine with it.
That's fine with that.
Okay. It's just with Fiona, we like making sure no one's like, we don't want to let the cat out of the bag.
Yeah, of course. Of course. But yeah, so you all walk into the Dreadguard garrison, to the main room, and see a few groups of Dragon Knights. You see the Marshal sitting on sort of the head chair, writing in like a book or a ledger. And he sort of like, as you walk in, Mel like stands at attention, just gestures for you all to do the same.
Yeah, I do the same.
Yeah.
No.
I think
Okay.
Maeve would be like familiar with this.
This is James not wanting to do it. I don't know if Archon will. Hang on, let me think.
Okay.
If
Think about
everyone else
that
is
Mel
doing it, he would-
actually wants us to.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, since Smells asking, yeah.
Mhm.
The rescue.
Yeah, the Marshal sort of like does the gesture of like at ease, and Mel sort of starts to walk over, just like wanting you guys to follow. And then she goes on to say, well, we, all of us, they all helped a lot. We were trying to find the issue with the missing people. It was a very strange thing. They were being charmed, but it wasn't for anything nefarious. We spoke to a lot of them, managed to get some information about what was happening. It was just some freak sort of accident that it kept happening. Some person was trying to deal with it, but they are dealt with. And we managed to ask them. Some people wanted to stay where they were. Some people decided to come back. So yeah, nothing good, nothing bad going on. It's all a-okay. And she like looks at the rest of you guys like,
Yeah. Yes. Definitely. I have to say, as always in our dealings with the Dragon Guard, absolutely bowled over with Mel's professionalism, courtesy, and ability, confidence, strategy, charity, mercy.
Yep.
Uh,
You can stop now. Don't worry.
Chastity.
What? The Red Marshal stands up. I thank you all for your services, Mel. Of course, the rest of you. You've done a number of services to this city. So I will. Mel mentioned it. I will be. There is a reward for this.
You said that.
She might have mentioned it the first time after you guys had left, because Archon had mentioned it.
Yeah, putting his greedy little mitts together.
Was it
just gonna
just?
say like, well, thank you very much.
Was it just the three of you plus Mel?
No, there was
No,
2 more.
2 more.
All right.
They're currently asleep. Lazy
Yeah.
bastards.
Kind of tuckered out from the adventure.
All the street meat.
Yeah.
The marshal nods and like gestures, and someone comes over holding like a small bag with a few other things. And he hands the three of you 20 gold each, as well as 40 more for 20 for Slam, 20 for Sidon. If you guys choose, you have that money. He also, in that sort of handing out, he also hands someone, you guys can choose who, a Carnaline gem, which is like a orange-red gem. At a quick glance, I will say Archon's passive investigation is high enough.
Mm-hmm.
It is very well made, and you assume if you were to sell it, it could be sold for about 50 gold pieces.
Okay. Would it also be a spell consumable spell thing?
It could be, definitely.
Okay.
And then he also says, well, I can't give you both, but, and he goes sort of under the desk to like 2 things that are in a locked compartment, and he holds out what looks to be a potion vial. But it appears to, how do I describe it? It's almost like a conical flask shape with like a claw feet at the bottom, and like almost not like actual scales, but like a scale like pattern in the glass that goes up, and like it's very faintly tinted red, as well as a spell scroll. This is a slumbering dragon's vessel. It can be used to make potions, specific potions, once a day, or a scroll of a spell that has been used by a number of dragon knights over the years, and looks to Archon. I assumed you were a wizard, so it could be copied into your spellbook.
May I ask what's the spell?
Mm-hmm. It is the spell Inferno Surge.
Is that a new one? I don't know that one.
It is one that I have made.
Oh, homebrew.
Here you go. I'll just put the link in the thing.
So, mechanical, I just want to make sure I understand this. So, there's the Inferno Surge, which is a homebrew spell we'll look at the moment, or there is a vessel that will allow us to create.
So it is this item. It is one of the Dragon's Wrath weapons, but it is a Dragon's Vessel, which is one of the alternate ones that I have not used before.
I don't know these. Let's have a quick gander.
As a bonus action, if the vessel is empty, you can speak a command word to fill the vessel with one of the following options: ale, olive oil, a potion of healing, or a potion of climbing. Once this property is used, it cannot be used till the next dawn. You create this potion in a way it loses magical properties if it isn't used in 24 hours. It can be used once a day, and it can upgrade like the Dragon Wrath weapon.
Oh, that is cool. It's attunement. But it's pretty cool. Let's have a look at that spell. I know. That's actually quite a tough one. Where did you post it? Sorry, the spell.
In the
Roll20.
VT2. Just gonna have to. I could have just done it. I can't. Hold on 1 second. I could do it so everyone can see it. Hold on. Where is it? I forgot I could just do this. So everyone could read it if they would like.
Jesus Christ, 5d6.
It's a third level spell.
Jesus.
Yeah, that's comparative to Fireball isn't great. But and the radius is smaller and it's centered on self as well.
Read it.
Yeah, I'm reading it now. I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying comparative to Fireball.
Yeah, damage, but it's not just a damaging spell. I'll read it out so everyone can hear it. You unleash the spell's elemental power, erupting fire in a 15-foot radius around you. Each creature of your choice within range will make a dexterity saving throw. On a failed save, it takes 5d6 fire damage, half on a success. In addition to this, you become resistant to fire damage for a number of rounds equal to the spell's level. The magical flames are exceptionally hot, causing the affected area to become heated for the next minute. Any creature that starts its turn within the area takes 1d6 fire damage. A creature that takes damage from this effect can make a con saving throw at the end of its turn, ending the ongoing damage on a success. So it's almost like a lingering fireball.
Yeah, that is really good.
So, okay, let me make sure I understand this. So, say hypothetical, I'm in a corner surrounded by 4 bad guys.
Yeah.
They take. They have.
So
their
they will.
Turn,
They.
and
So yeah, go on.
So they have their turn. They've surrounded me. I cast it. They make a dex save to take the damage there, whatever. On the start of their turn, they take an additional 1d6 fire damage. If they remain in that area, they will continue to take that 1d6 unless they pass out on a con save.
Yes, at the end of the turn.
Okay, that's pretty cool, actually.
Yeah, and you become resistant to fire damage for the duration for a number of rounds.
Am I affected by the magical flames themselves?
You're affected by the further effect, but it's only a d6, and you are resistant to it. And it's not. The spell is not concentration.
Oh, okay. Oh,
okay. Just
it
for
happens
question,
and it
what
stays.
Is Fireball?
Fireball's 8d6, but I don't have that.
Yeah, Fireball's 8d6. But
do you need
damage.
This one needs the gem?
And it needs the gem as the component, which consumes the gem.
Yeah, but does Fireball need
No.
that? No. Okay.
Oh, right. So it would cost the gem to cast it.
Yes.
Oh, okay. That's a big number. As soon as we're going to cast it once, unless we take the scroll and then just use, because the scroll itself is a cast of it. But, the pragmatist in me is leaning towards the vessel, because we can't promise we'll always be able to find Carmeli.
Yeah, same here. I think the vessel is better for us at the moment, but also I'm leaving it a little bit to you guys, because I don't really use spells, so...
Well, me or Maeve could cast it.
Maeve is currently gorming out in the corner, because that's not him. But
okay.
Yeah, so if anyone of you...
But it's the same thing. It's the gem. I say we keep the gem and go for the vessel.
Yeah, I would go for the vessel, but clearly, since if you want the spell, then I'm not gonna stop you.
I just don't think I can cast it. I mean, I have a use for it. I always have a use for spells, and if it's just damage type, it just gives me access to fire at a 3rd level. But it's not like I'm spoiled for choice. I don't have any 3rd level damage spells, but this is a one and done. I don't see him using it. He would sit on it until the last minute.
That's
it's
fine.
Cool. Yeah. So I think my vote is for the vessel.
Yeah, same.
Okay. Well, so the marshal takes the scroll, moves it back and puts it in his pocket for a second, and hands. Who wants the vessel?
I already have an attunement item. I'm not obviously going to say no to it, but
I think all of you do. But...
Yeah. I think we could discuss this when we have all 5 of us. But we'll.
For the moment, he will hand it to you, Artron.
Yeah.
But anyone can have it, of course.
And just a quick question.
To the Martian?
No, to the DM.
Oh, hello.
Hello.
Hi.
What was the name of that bottle sleepy potion thing?
It was called the Lucid Respite. LUCID. If you type in that, it should come up.
Yeah, just so I add it to
Yeah.
my inventory. Yeah. Thank you.
No worries. But yes, so he hands the Dragon's Vessel thing to Artron. Is there anything else that you need?
Yeah, go on.
I'm just wondering, is this fella a lord or is this
He's the Marshal.
Marshal? So it would be addressed as Marshal. Yeah. Okay. Just a quick question, Marshal Jack. We are heading into, I think, heading to Pyrrhus soon. I was just wondering. I'm from near there, so it won't be an issue for me. I was wondering if you had any not like tokens or sigils or like a writ of passage for us, just in case we come up against problems at the gate.
I'm afraid I don't really have jurisdiction there.
Well,
so
like
I don't know if it would be useful.
Okay, no problem.
But Pyra is not like count up, as I'm sure you know. It's not too difficult to just walk in and out.
Okay. Well, it's more for those. There's a few of us who hadn't been there before. But okay.
I'm sure you'll be fine.
Okay, wonderful. I think that was it. Really, just take good care of Mel. She's a real keeper.
He nods, and Mel smiles.
Yeah, she have been a really big help for us since we came to the city.
Well, it is her job, and I'm sure she has. He says it that sounded mean in my head when I said it, but it's being sincere. Well, if that is all, I do have things to do.
Okay.
Thank you for your time.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, we will get out of your hair then.
You going to say something?
Yes, it's just Mace back. She's ungormed from the corner. we didn't take the spell. I'm afraid we took the vessel.
It's fine.
Okay. I'm not apologising. I'm stating a fact.
Yeah.
It's happened.
Yeah, just so you know that.
Yes, just so you know, it would have been cool. We both could have cast it, but alas, we could have only one of us could have cast it ever. But we got the cool gem, and we've got some money.
Yeah, so the Marshal walks off, and it's just there's a few Dragonauts around, but right now for the important people, it's just you guys and Mel. And sort of as you guys prepare to leave, Mel's like, so where are you guys going?
I think next we're going to. Well, we've got a stop off to make, but I think it's quite important for Sidon that we go to Pyra. What about you? Did you make a decision?
Well, I'm not going to go this instant, of course. I think if I make a decision, I'll have Alex or someone contact you.
Yeah, that works.
And then I'll figure it out. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, if you find yourselves on the road, always, I'm going to try and learn the spell Sending, so we don't have to always rely on poor Alex. So I can contact people as well.
Okay. Well, I hope you guys have a good time.
Yeah, and you take care of yourself.
Yeah, I'll be fine.
Just don't be a stranger.
No, don't be a stranger yourself. Yeah. And she smiles and goes in to give you all a hug.
Aww.
Yeah. Circle hug, jumping round,
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I guess I'll see you guys soon.
If you want to, hopefully be passing in there. But if you want to send a letter to us at some point, I think we'll be in that way anyway. We'll be popping into the school at Malachite, I assume, at some point. Definitely, that's the only place I think that I can think of where we may certainly be. So, and if not, if their letter arrives, they could perhaps find a way to send it to me if it doesn't reach, if we're not there to pick it up.
Okay.
Okay, well, it's wonderful to meet you, Mel. I'm so glad. All the best. Love you. Bye.
I think Maeve would linger for a little, like a few
Mhm.
seconds. And she just kind of like, and ah, like, not again,
You-
kind
you
of
okay?
thing. Yes, just be safe, okay?
I mean, I've been doing this for years. You guys are the ones walking around and going to weird places.
I suppose you're right.
Plus, you're all together. I think you're gonna do great.
Mhm.
And she like gives you another hug.
Oh, yeah, she hugs her back. She like, you know, like when you give someone a squeeze,
Yeah.
and then she like realizes that she's, quite, squeezing her
Yeah.
quite hard, and she's like,
Not strong. She's fine.
yeah.
She's wearing armor.
Yeah, she's wearing armor.
You just
Okay.
feel like a.
Wow, that would be insane. This metal armor. Okay, yeah. I'll see you guys soon.
Mhm.
And then she like,
Leave, yeah.
Mel doesn't walk away. She waits until you're all like left before she walks away.
Oh,
I imagine she's that kind of person that like walks one direction and then goes, nope, not that way.
Yeah. Oh shit. Yeah. So you all exit the garrison. And what is next on the agenda?
Is everything okay, Maeve?
Yes, just brought back some memories.
Good ones?
Sadly, no.
Anything you want to talk about?
I just don't particularly like goodbyes.
Specifically purple tiefling goodbye.
Yeah, to be fair, I think we will see Mel again. I don't
I
think
think
this
we
is the last time.
No, I can't imagine it would be. No. I think we'll see her again, and as I say, I'm gonna try and learn a spell that we can keep in touch with people when they're not around rather.
Yeah, so in a like comforting way, I'm just gonna say, so it's more like a see you later than a goodbye, really.
And
She like nods, but she still looks quite sad because again she's heard that before.
if it were Sidon, it would be a smell you later. Well, I have some things to get rid of, and if I get enough for them, maybe some money to spend. And then we can, I can maybe send porridge to Greystone, and then we can. I suppose we're heading that way for the graveyard. Well, one question that Drac and I mentioned this morning, Maeve, was food in the Feywild. Is it? I've heard sometimes it's not safe to eat there. What's the etiquette?
Can I just go off what I know, or do? Is
Yeah,
it something
it's easy.
specific?
You've been to the Feywild for long enough. You know, just like being in the wild, certain places will not have nice food. There'll be plants that are edible and animals are edible. But in the Court of Shades, it's been recommended a few times to not eat much that is like that you find around, even if it looks nice.
Yeah.
But where you think you'll be going first, at least there will be food. You probably stuck up there if you needed to.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just so we know that if we're gonna stock up on rations or something like that.
Yeah, I just pass that information along. Probably a good idea to take some food, but also the hospitality is with where we're going. We should be fine.
So, with I'm assuming we're working on the street, but it's probably fine. So, with Sable, you mentioned they were fun, a bit of a character. What else can we expect? What I've never been, so I don't know if I'm asking too much. But what was it like when you went there? Is it oppressive? Is it creepy, spooky? I don't know.
I'll say there's maybe a few things that you may find unnerving, uncomfortable, things like that. Try to remember that this is their home.
Oh, of course.
It's just things that you wouldn't usually see.
Like what?
Well, can you send me the listing? Or just say it.
You can scroll up, like, it's there.
Is it?
If you scroll up literally 4 times. It's hidden in the thing. There you go.
I'm still scrolling.
Look.
Okay,
It's so near the top, like.
well, the shadows that we saw in the moorlands, those, wraiths, hags, darklings, all manner of creatures, but it's sort of like seeing a spider outside. You know, you can't really do anything about it because it's their home. Whereas if
But
you're
they're
in
not
your
gonna
house,
attack us, right?
No, as long as you don't attack.
Yeah,
them.
I'm not gonna go.
No, not cool. It's good to know. It's good to be able to prepare. But are they, when they're there, are they different to how they would be here? So, coming across a hag here, and this is okay. This might be James speaking of standard D&D, not homebrew. The general etiquette, if you meet a hag in D&D, is fucking kill it.
It's like, oh shit, this is not good.
Yeah, these are the things that kill and eat kids.
Yeah.
So, with that in mind, presumably in their own realm, are they? Is it the same? Are they the same there, or is it that they're here on work and at home? This is just what they're feeling? I don't know.
I would say Archeron and Maeve, you can both go make history checks. Maeve, you can have advantage.
I'm just going to think about it very hard for a moment.
I don't think that's information that Maeve would just know. So,
20,
oh wow,
maybe...
3 20s. That's really weird.
Yeah.
So as Maeve
Archeron asks, and then he's like, "Actually, never mind."
You say the first few things, and it gets Archeron. Your mind goes back to something.
Sentence.
Yeah, your mind goes back to like a book you read a while ago. When in the Fae, specifically like the Court of Shades, if you're talking like specifics, the hags are they're obviously the same creature, but the Fae will it's sometimes like it just sustains those creatures for longer because it's their natural home, and they don't like eat kids in the Fae. They like feed off of more natural things in the Fae, and can get along with that. The etiquette is obviously to kill them, but they won't attack you. They're more like annoying tricksters that are very dangerous if you get on the wrong side of them.
So, in terms of something like a ghoul or
Yes.
a wraith, and let's use examples. They
Shadow.
would be. Your shadow is a great example. They would be more at home there. The necromantic rather power sustains them in the Feywild, and
Yes,
therefore we could presumably walk past them, and they'd be like Keith, they'd be like Steve,
Hey, Brian.
hey buddy,
Yeah, you're fine.
that weather we're having, hey.
Bye, buddy. Hope you find your dad. Yeah.
Interesting. Okay.
Uh,
Little
so-
sidebar.
Yeah.
The reason that I had to go, I ordered some food for the weekend, just like meals and stuff, and it arrived after being an hour late, and I got the wrong order.
Oh
And-
no.
Yeah,
Oh,
instead of
no.
getting like a bag full of shopping, I got lactose-free semi-skimmed milk and 2 bottles of white wine.
What the fuck?
You got
So you're
Someone-
sorted for tonight.
Like a
Yeah.
middle-aged.
Someone
gonna
is
mix
gonna
it.
be
Woo!
very mad.
Oh.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do?
I messaged him to get my money back, but I'm keeping the wine because the delivery guy didn't answer his phone. So I was like, okay, I gotta keep it, I guess.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Well, you got
So
milk. You can get the cereal.
partay!
Okay. Well, sidebar over. You guys, are you doing anything? Because you're walking through like the shopping district to get to the graveyard.
Oh yeah, if there's a shop that I can unload these tents.
You can. I'll say. Can you roll me a d20?
Just how much I get for it?
No.
Oh, 2.
2. You can. That was the state of the tent.
Oh fuck! Oh no! I've just got rid of mending as well.
You can get 5 copper.
Oh fuck! I'm chucking it in the river. What a waste. No, is there a homeless person? I'm giving it to a homeless person.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I hope you find more use. Well, no, I
find your dad.
Yeah, hope you find your dad, buddy. I give the tent to a homeless person.
Is there anything you're going about shopping wise?
Yeah, I want to get a gift for Sable, but obviously I don't know what Sable would like, so it needs to be something kooky and weird.
Oh, you're gonna make me do that shopkeeper again?
Yeah,
Okay. So, as you're walking, Drac, you notice the Arcane Oddities Curiosity Shop is open and beaming.
Oh, that's the shop I was in when I found the ring to Sidon.
Well. Isn't this a coincidence?
So, do we want to go in and
Yeah.
see if they have any other fun stuff?
Sounds like a plan.
Okay. Archon, do you go in as well?
Okay. I would like to sell my ink.
Uh-huh.
I have ink, but I don't need it.
How much is ink?
Ink is 10 gold.
Okay. How much do you think you would have used?
Jesus.
You would have
None,
used
I don't
probably
need to
some
use
of
it.
it.
I don't have any use for it because I
Okay.
have a pen that generates its own ink.
I'll say you can get 8 gold for it.
Okay, that's more than enough.
Do you go into the Arcane Oddities Curiosity Shop with the other two?
Yeah, I will. But now I
Okay.
have enough for a spell scroll, so that's what I was trying to. That's
Yeah.
what I was trying to get.
So you all walk in to the sort of. You see this very small gnome woman. I said Edna Mode as a gnome. With these shelves stacked way too high for this very short woman. You see sort of the occasional bit of like mechanical like clockwork and see a bunch of weird most of it's normal, but there's like a few weird things about. And you see jumping down from the stool is, what was her name? Madam Elspeth, I believe it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah. She sort of hobbles up to you. Well, what can I do for you?
Oh, hello. Lovely
Yeah.
to meet you.
Good to meet you. I'm Madam Elspeth.
Hello. My cousin Drac, Drac, was in here
Hi.
yesterday. He bought a wonderful item that we've been playing a great many tricks on one of our friends with.
Good.
I was just scrolling, just browsing.
Mm-hmm. What?
Yeah,
What?
I'm just gonna say that thank you for that ring that I purchased. This has come to great use.
No worries. Well, let me tell you a few things that I have that I found in the back room, as well as a few things that were here yesterday but didn't seem interesting. I have the soap of slippery speech. The I'm looking through this list of stupid shit I made like 4 weeks ago. The mismatch mitten. The juggling jester's jester. The I'm trying to find anything. The perpetual pudding pouch. What else did I mention last session? The giggling goblet, the ever-changing moustache, and the sock of silly steps.
What's this? Okay, there's a few things there that caught my ear. The soap of slippery speech. What's that?
Well, this is a fun one. Sometimes I've heard it's been used on naughty children. Well, it is a bar of soap And when it's placed in the mouth of a person, it temporarily grants them the ability to understand a spoken language that is being currently spoken. A language that is being currently spoken. However, it also makes everything said by them in that language rhyme involuntarily.
So for example, you were to have it now as I started speaking Orling or Lingus. You would be able to respond in kind, but it would be in rhyme.
Yes.
Well, that does sound very good. Oh, what if you were to say oranges?
Okay.
That doesn't. That's a word that the purple doesn't. It does a word that doesn't rhyme with it.
Well, there was a bard called M and M, and he once said that orange rhymes with door hinge. If you try hard enough.
If you mush your mouth enough, I suppose it would work. Interesting. What about the perpetual pudding cup?
The pouch of perpetual pudding.
Yes.
Let me find it.
If it is perpetual pudding, then I might.
Where is it?
Fancy diabetes.
The perpetual pudding pouch. It is a small pouch that, when it's opened, produces a never-ending supply of delicious pudding. However, it's not real.
How do you mean it's not real?
It
You
can
can't
be-
eat it.
It can be eaten and consumed, and you get the taste. The taste randomly changes each time it's opened. However, once after, I don't know the amount of time, it will vanish either from your stomach or from the plate.
So a moment on the hips and no time. Sorry, a moment on the lips, but no time on the hips.
Exactly.
So Archron's eyes blaze with like pure joy. So I could eat as much pudding as I wanted.
Just a question, like the flavor, is it like it can be snot flavor or
No,
like
it's
sour
any
milk
normal
or
type
something?
of pudding flavour.
Okay, yeah. That's...
Like, vanilla, chocolate, it could be lemon, I don't know. It's the
yeah,
flavour.
so it's
It's
not like
always
those
pudding.
beans in Harry Potter.
What did you say, James?
I say but it's always like a dessert flavor.
Yeah.
Okay, so I mean the risk there is that like occasionally you might get a tiramisu for me, but like that risk is outweighed by the fact that like you might also get sticky toffee pudding,
Mhm.
chocolate cake,
Yeah.
fucking Angel Delight, every other pudding that isn't tiramisu. I mean, you might even get a nice tiramisu. I don't know. I've never had one. But okay. Oh, and how much is that?
Well, it's one of my more complicated sort of things. So I'll be selling it for 5 gold.
Oh. Bear with me. 23.
While you wait, why don't you look in this mirror?
Oh, yes. Okay. Well, I haven't seen my fit today, so
You turn around, and it's like one of those mirrors at a funhouse. That like everything is comically like exaggerated. Like you have like scoliosis with like how your body bends, and you're like weirdly tall.
I don't like it.
Well, it is the mirror of mockery, so.
Hmm. Well, I don't like it.
I don't think
I'm
there's
going
anything
to.
there that Sable would not hate.
Probably not. Probably not.
Would he like the pudding cup?
Who?
Probably not.
Archon's like weighing up his pennies. I think I might get the pudding cup.
Pouch of
That's-
perpetual pudding.
Yes.
Isn't it the pouch?
It's pouch.
Yeah, not the cup.
Okay. Well, I'd still like to get it.
Mhm.
He's going to pay in 2 gold, 26 silver, and 140 copper, so I can clear those. So I now have
Okay.
26 gold flat.
Thank you very much.
He's
Here you
literally
go.
paying in pennies.
Yeah. Here you go.
Is there an item for that?
2, 3.
No, James.
Ah, what? This is outrageous. Pouch.
You can make one if you want. It's
Yeah,
got the
I
pouch
want-
of the perpetual pudding pouch.
Perpetual pudding pouch.
Anything?
He.
Anything? Get any of your fancies? The rest of you?
going to start eating it. Mmm.
I'm just looking.
He's going to break off a bit of his ration and
Uh-huh.
dip it into the pouch, so it's like sweetened ration, and eat that. When he
Okay.
eats that,
Dip it.
obviously it's like flavoring the ration with
Yeah.
pudding. Does he still get like? I know this is a very difficult question to ask, but it's also a very wanky sentence. I'm going to say it. Does he get the mechanical benefits of the ration?
Of the ration, yeah.
Yeah.
Because obviously, like the actual pudding that was there doesn't exist anymore, but he would get the actual food.
But then the pudding tops up again for the next dunk.
Yeah.
Do you know those little like I don't know, the pocky things where you?
Oh
like,
yeah.
It's basically like a never-ending pocky, and that for me would make me very happy.
Uh-huh.
So he's got never-ending pocky.
Mhm.
5 gold well spent.
Just looking to see if there's anything else in this list. What about the fact of random hats?
Yeah, I don't know.
not
Does Sable
sure.
like hats? Because it's a
don't-
hat that change
See,
every
the-
time you wear it.
The problem is she has antlers, and I don't think. a
Oh
hat
yeah,
would-
right.
Well,
What about the silly sock? That sounds good.
What does the
Rusty.
silly sock of steps do?
Yes.
where is it? Where is it in my list? For some reason, I didn't fucking alphabetically do this. The sock of silly steps. It is an ordinary sock, but when it is worn, and you're in a moment of downtime, occasionally, socks might animate and compels you to go into a spontaneous comedic dance.
Well,
I
that would
should
be.
hate that.
Oh.
It also
Give them
makes
a
it slightly
thought.
difficult to walk in a straight line.
What
But
about the giggling goblet? That was another one you mentioned.
I feel that sounds obnoxious. It probably is. What does
well,
the
again, how dare you? Nothing in here is obnoxious. It's all very specific.
inside check?
No. It is a charming goblet that, when drank from, will produce a little bit of laughter just to make, any tense moment a bit more fun.
No.
Well, I think everyone could use an ever-changing moustache.
Disagree, but okay. How about the mismatched mitten? You brought this all on yourself.
I'm aware. Yes. Fuck. Ow. Well, the mismatched mitten is a pair of enchanted mittens that, when worn, will randomly swap hands every few minutes. Which makes for some very amusing moments in the middle of if you're trying to pick something up or trying to handle something carefully.
Is that it?
What's not to love?
It doesn't do anything.
It changes hands.
Does it change what the hand is holding as well? So the mitten carries the item?
No.
Oh. I mean, I think you may be best off with the pudding cup. I mean, try it. It's really good.
I tried it, don't worry.
Not you, Maeve. Try it.
Okay.
I mean, you can also. Anyone can have a go. It's perpetual.
I think I'm okay, but thank you.
I take up my spork
enjoy
and
it.
take a scoop of pudding.
It's really good.
Yeah,
it's
it is
It's
good.
currently lemon drizzle cake.
Oh,
Oh,
Oh.
nice.
ooh, hot
The
fudge sundae.
squeaky shoes.
Mm.
It's a pair of shoes that comedically squeak with each step. Gives you disadvantage on stealth checks.
Squidward.
Yeah. Too bad SpongeBob's not here to enjoy SpongeBob not being here.
Do you have anything? Do you have anything that would be considered a gift?
All of these
As
have, all of
opposed to a
these
curse.
could be gifts if you know the person.
If you try hard enough.
If you try hard enough.
What about this? If we can't find anything here, we could always. You're very good at drawing. Perhaps a drawing for Sable. Do we need to take gifts? I'm
No, it's just been a while since I've seen her in person, so I thought I'd take something nice.
Well, Lord Celine liked his mints. I don't know what Sable thinks of mints.
Neither do I.
Only one way to find out.
Oh, that's a blinking beacon.
What does that do? Do I dare ask?
Well, it's a small little box that lights. It's a little bit of divination magic, actually, but it lights up with blinking bright colours every time someone thinks about the person holding it. Within the small radius, of course.
Oh, that's quite
So
nice.
it wouldn't work
Yeah.
long distance.
No, just like within like this room, like 15 feet or so.
So, how would that work? So, would it? So, for example, if I purchased it and then gave it to Drac or Maeve,
Well,
whenever
here,
I
hold this.
okay,
She hands it to you, and then what do you think about him?
Yeah, I think about Archie.
And as you do, you see it starts to like almost like it's like Rubik's cube colors. It like lights up like a blue. Then it's almost like a mood lamp, if that makes sense.
Archon's,
But,
without
like
leaving
it's
the shop,
very bright.
without leaving the shop, he's going to see if he can test the range.
It's about 15 feet.
Oh, well, this would be wonderful. But imagine someone gave it to you as a gift, and then at night it lit up. Oh no.
Well, it does work at least.
It's
It does
quite
what it
sweet,
says.
but I don't know. It's interesting.
I think I will probably do without, but thank you so much for your time.
Ways.
I feel that I've made a wise purchase. So thank you very much. If we're ever passing this way again, I'll be sure to swing in.
Of course. Of course. Do you all walk out?
Yeah.
Yeah.
As you walk out,
my foot in.
as you walk out, you hear her say, "No one likes them. The ever-changing moustache." And you will exit. That voice. Where are you guys going after that?
Probably back to Cassian's.
Are we going past the? Oh fuck! What's it called? The something quill.
The
Magic shop quill place.
I don't want to look it up. I don't want to look it up.
I'm gonna say silver quill.
It's not.
It's not that.
It's the velvet
Vermilion
quill.
Velvet quill. Oh, cloak with a V. Are we going past that?
Yeah.
Okay. One more moment. Sorry. Right. He's gonna go in. He has 25 gold in his pocket and a spring in his step. Do they still have first level spells on sale?
Well, they're not on sale, but they're on sale for you. Because,
You know what I mean? Like
yeah.
for sale.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So he's gonna look at the first level spells. He's. I know this was on the homebrew, but it was a homebrew list that I sent you a while ago. There's one called Animate Shadow.
I want to fix that one.
Okay.
For
How about the airmail one that I sent you earlier today?
sure.
Yeah. Okay.
I was gonna try and think of a way to like get that in automatically.
pick
but
another
no,
one if you want.
just go for it. I
Yeah,
can't
it's
think.
safe to pick
If it is, it'll be a while, so don't worry.
Yeah. Okay.
Just-
so
just-
he,
yeah.
he comes in. He finds a spell called airmail. It's like, oh, this spell looks like it's created by an absolute genius, which leaves him with literally 1 gold. And he comes out and he's kind of put in this spell. It's literally like a minute and a half later because it takes him that long to put it into his spell book. He's walking out with this big grin on his face, and he's like, "So if we want, I found a way to keep in touch with Mel."
Oh, so have
wherever
you
we are.
learned, like, what's it called? Sending?
No. It's well, I can't say better. It's not as fast. It's a spell I heard of very new, called airmail, and basically I write a letter and then I can send it off and it'll fly to them, to whoever I want it to. And
Oh, that's really handy.
yes. I mean,
It takes
if it
time, but yeah.
takes time, it won't appear with them immediately, and I need to have a vague idea where they are. And if it don't, it might fail. And things like the weather could, the letter could be grabbed out of the air and stuff. But it's, it's as long as we're not putting state secrets in there. I suppose you should be fine.
Can they send one back?
No.
Or... Okay.
No. Well, they could if they were magically
If they
inclined, I suppose.
use the spell as well.
Mm.
Yes.
Mm. It's just a nice way to be able to, keep in touch with people.
Yeah.
And it's a ritual, so I always know it, which is great. My spell list is even worse now. Yes. Yes. Okay. Well, that's all I wanted to do. My spell list is fucking gross. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 first level spells.
Jesus Christ.
That's just first level.
Wow. And like 7 of them were prepared. Sorry.
Like mostly ritual. So I don't need to prepare. I also realised I'd fucked up slightly. If I haven't gone prepared, I can't cast them as an action apart from my 1 a day free cast. But
Okay.
I know that now.
But usually those spells don't matter too much anyway.
Yeah,
But
it's just like 10 minutes casting fucking identify on Sidon's belt.
and making a horse to win a race.
Oh no, because I used my 1 a day free cast for that.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, so you all head out of the Velvet Quill, and I assume go back towards Greystone Manor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is the graveyard
On the way, it
before
is.
or after? Okay.
It is before.
Okay, I would then say go and get everyone. I would like to examine the graveyard.
Uh-huh.
Kind of alone.
But I'll say this. So as you're all walking, I'll move you to the graveyard map. It is this. Hold on, let me do the kind of description. Yeah, so you see sort of a small area, a fenced-off area with a gate around it. See a few broken, slightly chipped gravestones around the area, with a large autumn tree in the center, sort of going orange in the weather. There's a statue of an angel that looks over, and a small crypt that lies slightly off the path. As well as behind you is like a small church, but that's not on this map. You see a man sort of standing there, sort of slightly older, in the best way possible, in the nicest way possible, very generic looking human man. Sort of with just sort of like slightly like aged features, wearing like not like kind of a slightly fancy outfit. And he sort of like looks to you, and there's like a look of recognition as he looks to all of you, but you guys don't recognize him at all. And he steps forward, and it takes you a second, but as he speaks, it's I was just looking. And you'll take a second, but you recognize Cassian's voice coming from this man. It's Cassian. I thought I'd get a bit of a head start. I'm in disguise.
Yeah, I can see that.
Like lifts up his glasses. It's Cassian.
He takes off the fake moustache.
Yeah.
His ever-changing moustache. It was a goatee. Yeah. I just thought it'd be best, but I was waiting until you were all here to.
It saves us the trouble of going to your place and find you.
Exactly. But yes, it is open. I was just waiting.
Mate,
I'm gonna send
the
porridge
gates
into-
open? Oh, go on.
Yeah,
I'm going to send porridge into the tree to add some atmosphere.
Okay. Ow.
Yeah. Are the gates open?
Yes, the gates are open.
Maeve's gonna like open them and walk in.
Very creaky. And just.
Well, it's not the graveyard if it's not gonna creak, so.
That's true. I'll resend the image of the graveyard. I did the drawing before I made the map, and I just tried to make the map as close to the where the drawing was.
Is this a lamp?
It's like a lantern, yeah.
Yeah.
But it's currently not lit because it's like midday. But yeah.
Good picture.
Thank you.
Yeah, I really love that picture.
I wanted you to come at the evening, but it's fine. Cassian.
Pretend.
Yeah, Cassian walks in. I'm not sure what we're looking for.
I think Maeve is looking at him really gone out. Kind of
Something
like
the
side-eyeing
matter?
him. Like, this is
In her head, it's something the matter.
she just like shrugs
I can.
because she can't say anything out loud.
You're saying, see, as you like walk past, you're like, I can just look like me. I just thought this was a better
No, you're
option.
probably right. It's just odd.
That's makes sense.
You're not hot Destiny anymore, Kevin.
What's the angel like? So you said, sorry, I know it's an angel, but is it like a particularly? This is such a fucking stupid question. Is it like a religiously identifiable angel? Like,
No,
is
it's
it
just very generic.
generic?
Yeah.
No stupid questions, James.
Well, it's just how I worded it. The minute I started saying it, is it a religious angel? I was like, ugh. Okay, well then, Archon's going to play his favorite game for a moment by himself, which is find the oldest gravestone.
Maeve's going over to the tree.
So the oldest gravestone would be this one, the one like next to the angel. It dates to, I don't have a name, but it dates like the name's like rubbed off with time. You can't actually read what it says.
Convenient.
Convenient. Yeah, I know, but it dates to about 450 years ago.
Because we are in the year. I have it somewhere.
Off the top of my head, I don't remember.
14. I want to say 14.
Nope, it's not. It is 1510.
Oh, I wasn't far off.
I actually thought it was earlier than that. So actually, we'll say it's about. Fucking hell, I'm gonna have to look. Jesus, James. Look at when this place was fucking made. Yeah, so it actually dates back to. I was not too far off. It dates to about 400 years ago, we'll say. 450.
Then I can actually get why it's unreadable.
Yeah.
How big is the graveyard?
Not much bigger than how this map looks. Probably only goes off to another 5 or 10 feet to the right.
And what religion is the church?
It is. It's not. It's gonna sound really weird. You know, like.
It's you go in and it's like a fucking pick and mix. You decide which.
No. It's like the version. It's like the Protestant church, essentially. Like the King's Church.
Okay.
Very generic.
So what I'm asking, it's not going for any one of the gods in particular.
No.
Okay. Would this be classed as hallowed ground?
Maybe Arcana check.
Okay. Sorry, just making a note. Don't know if I press that twice.
21. You did. With a 21, you get the sense this probably isn't hallowed ground, but it is like purified, not hallowed permanently. If that makes sense.
So the reason I ask, and that kind of makes sense, is that Cassian's on it.
Yes.
Which is why I asked. Okay. And there's this building here. What's this?
It's like a crypt.
Who's the crypt for?
It's like no, you get the sense it's like if anything's for extra space.
The grave shed.
Pretty,
So,
no,
like,
you get the sense it goes into the ground, and there are more bodies buried underneath.
Oh, okay.
Oh right, okay. Right, I see what you mean. Sorry, I thought you meant like they keep the wheelbarrows.
It's a shed. But with that 21, actually, you probably noticed about the same time. Maeve walks over to the tree. Archon makes his he does magic sense. His magic sense is tingling. You sort of say Maeve as you're looking to the tree, sort of like the hairs on the back of your neck go up slightly. And you get the sense of not familiar, but a known sort of not presence, like aura, essence, I guess is the best word, coming from this cluster of gravestones. And at the same time, Archon, you're looking and investigating for hallowed ground. Would this be hallowed ground? And you sort of look to the side, and you're you see a flicker of something that wouldn't be on hallowed ground because go on.
Sorry,
were you gonna say something? Oh, I thought you were gonna say something. Sorry. Because as Maeve walks over, you all see sort of appearing from seemingly nowhere is a figure looking at this grave.
Everyone can see him?
This one here.
Here's the interesting thing. Maeve, as you look at them, you see the sort of faint image of what appears to be like an elven man with sort of long pointed ears, hair that falls down his back, but like still like flickering and like ethereal. But the rest of you just see this ghostly pale figure with like carved off skin, marks all over them, scratches, like flickering in and out with these sort of sunken white eyes. And it's creepy, man.
Do you guys see that? And I point at the ghost.
Yes, it's awful.
Maeve would just walk straight up.
Oh, okay.
Sorry,
I assume she knows what she's doing. Has Cassian seen it and reacted to it?
Yeah, Cassian is looking, and he looks like. If anyone would, like, I'd say Drac and Archer, you can make insight checks on Cassian if you want.
Not gonna go well.
Yeah. Let's
Oh,
see.
15?
Not too bad.
There we go. 6.
Yeah, with 15, I'm not gonna make an active check. You get the sense he's not scared. You get the sense he's seeing the same thing you're seeing, and he's like confused and like concerned, but scared isn't the right word, if that makes sense. Like, yeah, he's taking in the same thing you are, rather than what Maeve's saying.
I think Maeve would just like approach like she usually does and be like, hello?
You see this sort of man turn around. And I would say, Maeve, can you make me a investigation check with advantage? 17? Yeah. With a 17, you get the sense this person was likely Eladrin.
Okay.
Which is like, you know, a Fey elf. Sort of looks to you with this very sallow, saddened expression. What did you say exactly, sorry?
Just hello.
He looks to you and, like, nods slightly.
Is everything okay? Do you need help?
He looks to the grave. I don't know. As he talks, maybe you hear the voice. The rest of you hear this sort of slight mix of like this raspy, sort of husky, like I would say voice, but it's more like a well, not even that, but it's like a clearly very damaged vocal cords trying to speak. It sounds scratchy, and you can't really make out words. You can like make out the occasional thing, but you can't make out proper speech.
Can I read the gravestone and see what it says?
It says the name Lysander. There is no second name.
I'll just turn back and say, is this you? Are you Lysander?
He nods slowly.
Do you know how you got here?
You see like a shiver almost as he says, someone... I was in the Fey, mostly, but I came to Periphalon to explore, and while I was here, something got to me. He like looks solemn as he's trying to picture the thing that killed him.
Mm-hmm.
And all he can say is there was red eyes and shadows and teeth, and they buried me. It buried me.
She'd like look over her shoulder towards Cassian, kind of like think about it, and then turn back and say, do you know if it was a woman?
I can't be sure, but every so often I hear I think it's a feminine voice.
What does it say?
says it's time to wake up. And then I just feel a splitting pain, then nothing for a while.
You said you were buried by this person. Did they
I
bury
think
you
so.
here? And she like looks to the grave.
Yes, I did. And then made everything around it. Made the gravestone and made it seem normal.
Would you mind if... How do I put this? If we were to look into it further.
How?
Well, if we can find out why you were put here, maybe you can move on.
Of course. If it lets me see the Fae again. And he's like a ghost, but he takes a few paces back.
Is there a shovel around?
One of you probably has a shovel. I'll say one of you has one.
Maeve, what are you about to do?
Well, this gentleman, Lysander, was killed.
I'm guessing that's the ghost you're talking about.
Yes, sorry, I'm aware that you're all still new to this.
Yeah, and also we just heard him growling and... Yeah, we couldn't...
Oh, you can see him.
Yeah, we can see him, but we can't really hear what he says because...
He doesn't have much of a face, so...
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, they sort of... You see a person, Maeve.
Yeah.
The rest of you see... It's not exactly this, but it's something close to this.
Oh, Jesus.
Ugh.
Can he... Hello? Can you hear me?
Looks up at you. And Maeve, you hear a hello, but the rest of you just hear a...
He said hello?
I'm
Oh,
going to use my...
We didn't hear that.
Yeah, I'm going to use my once a day free cast of comprehend ritual to comprehend languages, and say to him, I'm sorry, I didn't understand. So he does the spell. Which, I think for this one, comprehend language would be he kind of takes his pen out and taps it against his ears, and his ears, I know, seem more magical as a hearing aid appears. But
Hearing aid.
Hearing aid. Excuse me. I couldn't understand you just then. What is your name? Lysander? I think.
He says, "My name is Lysander," but you don't hear anything different. You just say, "Oh
shit! What a waste." No, don't say that. Because I'll have to leave this one with.
I'm happy to translate.
Yeah. Well, no. I think this is one for you. No.
Well, it's good that she can translate it for us if need be.
Can Porridge understand him?
No.
Okay. I thought maybe. Okay.
Well, this gentleman was killed and buried here, and he says that the graveyard was made to look real.
He said the grave specifically.
The grave was made to look real. And I'm thinking, well, he said that a voice speaks to him and says it's time to wake up. And I think we might be able to find out more if we can... She shudders. Unearth him?
I could maybe see if there's some magic making it look different to how it is. You'll have to bear with me for 10 minutes. He looks at God and shakes his fist. Yeah.
Well, I've got it for free.
Oh, okay.
So,
Well, you're mid-conversation. I didn't want to be... I could do this while you're talking.
Don't worry, Ashran. She just casts detect magic. Does that thing where she puts her hand over the grave and all the shadows
Yeah, so with a detect magic, I'm trying to find it.
flicks her hair.
You see, where is it? You see a okay, it's here somewhere. Yeah, so you get the hint of the slightest bit, if the best way to put it is dormant, bit of conjuration magic coming from the tree, as well as necromantic magic coming from the person, and they appear to be linked.
Can I investigate the tree more?
Yeah.
Just like feel around the bark, see if there's anything that isn't there but looks like it's there.
Mm-hmm. Make me an investigation check.
So
I'll give you
what are
advantage.
we looking for exactly?
I'm not sure.
Remember, you have your D4 from the talisman if you want
I
to.
will
If you want to use it.
that. R/1 D4.
19. Looking, you get a very clear look at this tree, and the only thing you can see specifically is that with the detect magic, the essence of conjuration seems to follow a line down the tree that you can trace with your hand, like a line in the bark. But the tree, by all accounts, appears to be a normal tree.
Does anything happen if I put my hand on that line?
No.
Okay. Does the line go further into the ground, or like
No.
to the roots? Okay, I see.
No. The only thing it does is it's that sort of line that's about a person height. Probably about, I'll say 6 foot.
How thick
from,
is
like,
the line?
No, it's a very thin line that like follows like a line of bark in the tree, if that makes sense. It's very sort of thin, and the only thing you get else is that it definitely is linked to this person somehow. Because it's like almost like, I don't want to say like a string, but like a bit of the essence of necromancy from him and conjuration from this tree are clearly linked somehow. Because you get to see like overlap.
I'm gonna ask. I know you're probably not gonna give me the answer. Is there any reason for me to dig up the grave, or am I just wasting my time if I do that?
You
You
don't
have
know.
to dig it to find out.
Yeah, I can give you the answer.
I'm gonna dig the grave.
Wait,
Okay.
would you like? So I have identify. I could like try and identify the tree, see what spell it is.
You can if you want.
I mean, it saves you perhaps digging a grave.
Yeah.
You sound. If you really want to dig the grave, it's not going to stop you. I feel
I
like you...
kind of don't, but you know.
Okay, so Archeron sits down, takes out his spell book, gets his pearl, and starts rolling it like between his fingers, whilst touching the tree.
Yeah.
If Maeve has told him where this
Do you
line
ask
is,
for consent first?
Hey, Trip's a living too, man.
yeah, tree's a living too, man. This tree does not want tea. So if Archeron has been told where this line is, he says hopefully.
Yes. Sorry. Yeah.
Okay. He will try to limit his focus to there as he tries to identify the spell, or at least what he can. Also, he would like to see if he can merge this with an Arcana check.
Yes,
See
you can
if
make an
this is
Arcana
some kind
check
of, like-
with advantage.
Yeah.
And I will. Can you? The thing to identify is like if you target a creature or a thing, it will tell you
It's
if
a
there's.
creature. So if it's a creature, it tells you what spell the creature's under. If it's an object. You choose one object you must touch throughout the casting spell. If it's a magical item or some other magical imbued object, you learn its properties and how to use them, whether it requires attunement and how many charges it has, if any. You learn whether any spells are affecting the item and what they are. If the item was created by a spell, you learn what spell created it. If you instead touch a creature throughout the casting, you learn what spells, if any, are currently affected it. Now, trees fall into a very
Yes,
weird
no,
thing
it's,
in
yeah.
D&D.
So what I'll say, mixing that with advantage to a 28 Arcana check.
That's not even that high a roll, but yeah, sure.
Uh,
Fair flick.
Well, 28 is an 18 roll, James.
Yeah. I've rolled higher.
You can physically only roll 2 higher.
Well, I can roll 8 higher.
Okay. I'm trying to find it. So you identify this tree, and after the 10 minutes and thinking about it and like feeling the essence and arcana around you and using your big boy brain to figure it out, This tree is under what appears to be like a permanent version of the spell Gate.
Gate. Oh,
The
okay.
9th level spell Gate.
Oh, okay.
And you get the sense it is not just that, if that makes sense. Like it is
because
in,
it's
in
just
like
not enough.
in technical D&D terms, it is like the spell Gate or Plane Shift. However,
Oh, I have a bad feeling about this.
however, it is definitely linked, especially with that Arcana check. It is linked to Lysander in a way that if he, because I'm just going to give you all of it with that such high roll and the identifier. If he is able, if he is subject to a heightened emotion or something painful or something like that, pain being the easiest one, or clearly the one that's been mentioned before, if Maeve's told you everything that's been said, the gate will open for a time.
When you say heightened emotion,
Yeah.
You also mentioned pain. Would a pleasant emotion do it, or would it have to be?
It'd probably be more difficult,
Okay.
but it probably could be done.
Archon
pass
gets
that
down on his
information
knees, wipes his mouth, puts his hair in.
Do you pass that information on?
So it would take 10 minutes, and when he would stop, kind of close his book, and walk away from the tree with like a bit of a shell shock look on his face, sit down and be like, I don't know how to say this. That tree might be a better wizard than I am.
Sorry, what?
So, well, I don't know how familiar you are with spells
Not
and
that
magic.
great, really. I'm
Well,
not.
There is a spell called
Yeah, I'm
Gate.
not as smart as you guys are.
Well, no, you do good. You do fine, Drac.
Hey, Drax's technically the second smartest
Yeah,
member of
you're
the party.
pretty good.
So-
Yeah, there's a spell called Gate, which is you all remember the game Portal, right? No.
Oh,
It's,
yeah,
it's a way of
classic.
connecting two places, not like Misty Step, which I think I've shown you I can do. It's more connecting two places in the entirety of existence. It's a very powerful spell. One of the most powerful spells there is.
So between planes also.
Yes, between planes, and this tree is connected to your good friend Lysander here, and seems to be tied to his emotional state. We could activate the tree, but it might... Well, to do so, we would have to provoke a reaction from Lysander here.
I have an idea.
Well, it... Pain would do. I
don't
the poor man has been
particularly
through enough.
want to do that.
No.
Give me a moment, and then she walks back over to Lysander.
Mhm.
And I think if he's by the fence, is the fence metal?
Yeah, it's like a metal fence.
Is it tall?
Yes, it's taller than you.
So I imagine she'd lean against it and just kind of You mentioned that you wanted to go back to the Fae.
Nods.
What is it about the Fae that is so important?
Well, it's where I live. I lived in the Court of Charms. It's my home. I just want to see it all be buried there if I can.
Is there any other reason that you want to go back?
Shakes his head. Not that I think of.
Can I do that? Ring, 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 ring. Sable.
Yes.
Do you know? Do you know what's going on?
With?
Lysander and the graveyard.
You know, I've not been listening the entire time. I've been...
No, I didn't know if you were aware.
I don't know all Fae.
sending me here, and you knew that this would be what I'd find.
Well, I can sense portals. I can't sense reasons why there are portals, so I don't know.
Does every portal have a person tied to it?
No. Some just exist.
So if we were to help him, would this portal not be usable anymore?
I'm not sure. The essence of the magic is here, so I think it would be usable. I think it would just have to be accessed in a different way. I'm not sure what that way would be. I might possibly be able to activate it. The Emperor might be able to activate it. I'm not sure.
Okay. And she'd keep Sable on the line. Look at Lysander and say, "Do you think you could help us open this portal?"
I think so.
If you do, I can bury you in the Fae.
There's no there's no lungs, so he doesn't need to take a breath. There's a rising of the sort of stomach. I think so. I don't know how long for.
It would be a great help, and I'd be happy to move you there in return.
It's like this person, he's looked sad and solemn this whole time. He looks and says, "If you can, I would be very thankful."
Okay, now I need to dig up his grave.
I-
But how else am I going to move a body into the Fae?
Well, I don't know if that'll have any effect because that won't affect his emotional state. I don't know. From what I learned, I don't think the grave is connected to it at all. Do I? That's not what I got from that.
No. So the grave moving him from all that you. So just collectively, I'm not saying this to Oshron specifically. From everything that's been mentioned, I will say that moving the grave would likely remove him from the equation. Meaning, you obviously.
A different way.
Meaning it might be able to be opened a different way. It would be difficult. You're not sure. But
I have an idea. Okay.
So basically, yeah, if you were to. If he was to have that emotional moment, whatever it may be, the portal could be opened. You might be able to, in the time, bring in the body, and everything. Well, it wouldn't be able to be opened again.
Sorry, I had a complete brain. I thought we could take the ghost through. Yeah, but I suppose that makes sense. Yeah. Okay.
So
Right.
yeah, I think removing him from the equation is a good idea, and then once that was done and they had his. Oh, this sounds so bad. Once they had his body.
Mm-hmm.
I think if that removes him from the equation and that his emotions aren't connected to it, Maeve would walk over to that seam in the tree again, or that line in the tree.
Well, I will just say.
Is it gone now?
No. So the way to how do I make sense of this? To remove him from the equation, he would need to see the Feywild, which means
Open it.
he would
we need to open the portal to get him into
You get the sense the
Feywild.
portal needs to be opened first, in some way.
I don't want to hurt this guy.
He's already dead.
I don't give a shit.
I'm only joking. We don't need to physically hurt him. We could we could bully him.
Vicious mockery!
Oh.
Vicious mockery! Vicious
Yeah.
mockery!
Be like, hey, I heard my friend likes you. Really? No, loser! Oh, my heart!
You notice this gullible on the ceiling.
Yeah.
I need Slab. Slab would make him laugh, or it would just pain him because the jokes are so bad.
Yeah.
And then
Or
it
we
would
could make him
decay.
hang around with Sidon and take that psychic damage we all take.
Smell.
Constantly.
Right, so we need to. Okay, quick sidebar. Okay, so there is a way to provoke an emotional reaction, and still get him to the Fae, but it requires a bit of deception. And I'm not saying this is the plan. I'm saying this is an option. So we get everything ready. We don't move the body. We unearth the grave. We get ready to take him once the portal is open, and then we get there and we say loudly, "Oh, you know what? This is a lot of effort. We're actually just going to leave you here, and we're going to find our own way into the Fae." That will provoke an emotional reaction to open the gate, and then we can take him through. And then we explain the deception on the side. It's not very nice.
Yeah, but it's better than like hurting him physically, I think.
And I well, physical pain is just physical pain. I don't think that's the one. It seems cruel to play with the feelings of. I don't know. It's. I appreciate Maeve thinking very hard. I can tell. So, but Drac, what do you think? Porridge, what do you think? You're no help. I don't have Algary. If anyone can lend me 50 gold, I can run into town and get Algary.
Stares at Cassian.
I'm wondering if I can provoke a... I don't know if sentimental is the right word.
Well, the reason I've suggested my suggestion... sorry, Lysander, not talking about you.
He's just gone back to staring at the grave. He's not looking
okay.
at you guys.
I don't know. Is that if we are going to take him through, we need to access the body. And since we have to do that anyway, we are presumably going to be in fostering a sense of hope. And there is very little greater pain than having hope taken away.
That is true. But yeah, I don't really know what to do here because it both ways that we like have now is gonna cause him to feel pain in some sort of way.
And I don't know. We don't know him well enough to foster that positive emotion. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. So Archon's going to go and sit next to the tree and take out his book and start scribbling down ideas.
Mm-hmm.
And thinking about other ways, perhaps if we were to remove right. So when you say remove him from the equation, if we were to move the body, just like dig up the grave, that would effectively do nothing. It would still like, the connection would just move the line, kind of.
Yes,
thing.
yeah.
Right.
It'd move the goalpost.
Move the goalpost. Okay. So he would just sit down and think about it for a bit. But with that high roll from before, is that the kind of emotional response that Archon believes would open the gate? That kind of crushing hope being snatched from you.
Sort of.
Yeah.
If it was enough, probably.
He
Actually, with a 28, definitely. If it was enough, yes.
Yeah, he'd be really bummed
Maeve
out
would
about it.
be like last resort kind of thing. So
Yeah. He's super bummed out that he's even had to suggest it. Like he's just sitting there, like drawing sad faces in his book.
I think she'd go over again and just start asking questions, like trying to get to know more about this guy. Like, you know, did you have a wife? Did you have children? Things like that.
He shakes his head. I wasn't that old. I was only 150, which is young for an Eladrin elf.
Did you have a cat or a dog?
You say it, and he says, "No." He says, "No, I didn't." But you only hear, "Blah, blah, blah, blah."
He says no.
It
Okay.
was a
Apart from the
mistake.
Feywild,
Mhm.
what was it in life that you held dearest to you?
I love venturing. I love learning. I was going to Prime Material Plane to learn more about it. But it was cut short.
How did you die?
I think Maeve would explain it to him about
Yes, so I'll re-say that. When he was in the Primaterial Plane, he was killed by a thing, he said humanoid creature, but he wasn't sure, with, he said red eyes, shadows, teeth, and then they buried him.
When was this?
It would have been, about, hold on, I do have a number, I just need to find it. About 20 years ago.
Okay. Sidebar. Okay. Well, I have another idea. It's equally unpleasant, but no deception. Well, I don't know if there's deception. Presumably, the thought of his death would be a sufficiently traumatizing or unpleasant memory to evoke the reaction we need. And we have a red-eyed, toothy shadow thing with us on hand.
I'm standing right here.
Oh, he's right behind me, isn't he?
No, I'm standing in front of you, Archer.
Oh, okay. So apologies. Okay. Well, did you? Well, is it not too fine a point? Did you kill him?
No.
Oh. Okay.
Maeve said it was 20 years ago. I've not been for that long. But it could have
It was
been the same person. Yes,
I thought you were changed in the Feywild.
I was. And then I woke up, brought back to this spot.
Yeah, so it could have been the same creature.
So it could have been the same thing. And I could have... It's likely that I was brought back through this portal.
Well, if you apologise, if you accept my apology for the blitheness of my comment, I think the point still stands. We could evoke a memory of his death.
If you think that's the best way, then...
It's one of two options that we have. The other one is very unpleasant as well.
I'm not sure the best thing to do.
Well, neither one of us are sure of the best way to go about this is, but at least it's an option, but yeah.
What if we just asked?
Asked what?
What would trigger an emotion like that?
Wouldn't you pick the thing least likely to really hurt and hope? We can't. I don't think they would. I don't think he would lie, but he would. It's hard to say. I don't think they would lie, but they would start low and then, hope for the best. And
Well, doesn't hurt to ask, right?
Well, okay.
Or
no, I suppose you're right.
Lysander,
Yes.
we We need your help to open the portal to take you to the Fae. But to do so, we need you to experience an extreme emotion. I don't want to lie to you or hurt you. So if there's anything that you can think of that could help us, now would be the time to tell us.
It's been so long since I've thought about anything positive, so I'm not sure. But if it's to see the Fae, I don't mind being hurt one more time.
Well, what did you used to think of music? Did you used to enjoy music?
Yes, I used to enjoy music. It was a part of adventuring.
Sidebar. Okay. Sorry. Oh,
They just like huddle up.
Yeah. Okay. New plan. Okay, this one might be a positive one. We might not have to destroy his hopes or subject him to. So we the music of that Fiona played. I could prestidigitate it and see. I mean, obviously we were under a charm, but I could replicate the music, because obviously music talks the soul in a way that words simply can't. And maybe we could evoke a positive reaction.
You have a point there.
Yeah, that is actually a good plan.
I only ever have good ideas. It's just the levels of how good they are. And sometimes it takes me a little bit while to get round to the best one. I think this could work.
It's worth a try.
Sorry. And break. Okay, so we'd need access to his. Okay. What? Sorry, last sidebar. Okay, huddle. Right. So we get the body ready, like accessible to take through to ye old Feywild. But if the music doesn't work, then I think we're like, well, this is too much trouble, fuck you, we're leaving you here forever, kind of thing, with your body out to get rained on. It's horrible. But if the positive doesn't work, then the negative.
Cassian says, I have a question.
Oh, yes.
I'm standing right in front of you. Why are you scared again?
I'm not looking at the map. I'm making notes, I only have one screen.
If we were to open the portal now, would it remain open or would it close? Because Slab and Sidon aren't here.
Oh, piss.
Well,
would I know with my
be...
28? I have no idea.
If you were to open the portal, he'd see the Fae again. The portal might shut. It's actually.
I can make another check if you want.
Yeah, give me another Arcana check.
Excellent question, Cassian. I'm going to consider it. I think with a 28.
Jesus. The portal it'd be the same thing as if you were to remove him from the equation in another way. It would likely close relatively quickly, but it would be able to be reopened again by some other means.
But we have no idea what those other means could be.
Don't know what those other means are. But with a 28, if enough magic was expelled, it might be able to open it again.
When you say enough, is that in terms of power or quantity?
In terms of what's the word? Cumulative spell level.
So, for example, we have between us.
We also have a decent amount, but
yeah, we have effectively. Well, I have all my first level, all my second level, and 3/3. That's 9. Yeah, there's a lot, and then we have mage too.
I think with a guess, or with an educated guess with a 28, it would likely be something slightly higher than the base casting of the spell, since you are forcing it to be reopened by a different means. But it's probably nothing higher than, in D&D terms, about 12 levels worth of spells.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
we
then
can
maybe
do
we
that.
should go and find Slab and Sidon before we try to
Wait,
open the portal.
Wait. I can send. Can I use my spell whilst we dig? My new spell. It's a letter. They will get the letter. It'll be tapping on the window. Or I could send it to Alex. I'm sure of the three of them, Alex is the most likely to know how to read. So he says with a right
Cassian says, "Well, Alex can read."
Yes, excellent. I shall go and compose a letter with my new spell. So Archon's very happy for three reasons. One, he doesn't have to dig. Two, he gets to use a new spell. And three, gets to write a letter. And so, without asking for approval, he's going to go write a letter to Alex, unencumbered by word limit.
Yeah, so should we, dig up the grave in the meantime?
Probably best to get a head start.
Plus, Slab's the best performer out of the group.
I was just going to press to digitate it, but yeah, I suppose that works. Was he even there, though? He wasn't even there.
That's true.
You can press the digitate it.
And he can jam.
They just
Okay.
do a jam session.
To whom it may concern. No,
Archeron.
too formal. Yes.
It's the boys.
Well, no, because it's going to Alex.
Alex is not one of the boys.
Well, no, Alex is one of the men.
Oh,
Oh.
Well, he is old, isn't he? He's older, isn't he?
I
I've
have
got
no idea how.
I've got
I've,
mid-30s, 40s vibe.
I've no idea
got
how old
one.
Alex is. I'm gonna be completely honest.
Okay.
And
I've got
Cassian may
bullet.
be the best person to ask if it's regarding Alex. He knows him the best.
Do you know how old Alex is?
Do we
fuck
really
you.
need to know how old Alex is?
For this
See.
letter, yes.
He's not 7.
It's a
He's not
requirement of the
13.
spell.
He's not 15. He's not 8. Wow, it's just kidding. He's 33.
33. Actually, yeah, yes. 33. Okay. I go to send Alex it. Okay, I will write the letter.
Uh-huh. So as Archeron's writing the letter, I assume Drac and Maeve are digging up the
Yeah.
body? Okay, cool.
Good, you're doing great, guys.
It's like holes.
Such a good
Just
job.
yeah. Lysander is watching you dig up his own
We're just
grave.
singing the song
Um,
from Frozen that boy. Snow and mountain rain combined.
We're gonna get copyrighted. It's Disney. It's Disney. It's Disney.
I always thought you could go, do you want to build a snowman?
It's Disney. It's Disney. It's Disney. It's Disney.
Come on, let's go and play.
Fucking the icy corpse of Walt Disney is gonna look through the window and
The
blow
head.
apart like a narcotic gun. So the two of you begin to dig up this grave. As Archeron is writing a letter, do you have any ideas what's in the letter?
I'm writing it now. Give me a moment.
Okay.
Well, so I would ask Cassian. Look, Cassian, what's Alex's last name?
I knew you were gonna say that. Oh, fuck you.
I'm sorry if you don't ask your servants their full names or ages.
Cassian would know. I don't.
Okay, I will make up a last name for him.
No, you won't. I will.
Can I wait?
Fuck no.
Hero point.
No.
No,
You're not gonna hero point another character's last name.
it'd be
You
something
can, li-
really
you
stupid.
can, you
as
can
well.
lie about his last name, but it's
Yeah.
not his last name.
Well,
It's like I will use a hero point to change Sidon's name.
now, does Poseidon have a last name, or is
no,
it the
he's
Wandering
the
Warrior?
Sidon, the Wandering Warrior.
Um,
His last name is Ha.
yeah, Haaughh.
It's in quotations as well. Go on, then. RP, guys. Give me a second.
So Archeron is sitting there with porridge on his shoulder, like giving him grammatical advice. Whilst Archeron can read and write, his handwriting is very spidery, not very. I will go on borderline illegible most of the time for most. So like me,
It's like
I write
he's
at
like a
an angle.
doctor.
Yeah, it's like doctor. It's like my handwriting. Like when I reread my notes, if it's handwritten, it takes me a few seconds. Like I might, is that an E, an S, or a G? Oh, it's an F. It just looks like a load of loops. So he's like writing and rewriting it because of his pen. He can just like if he doesn't like it, he can just start again. He'd be like, so Greystone Manor. Do you have a postal code, Cassian?
It's down the road. I don't. It's a spell, isn't it?
It's a spell, yes. It's just some people have no concept of doing things properly. Okay, so yes, he's writing away, and Porridge is helping him with like spelling.
Okay.
I'm still writing it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I didn't thought I would be digging up a grave today. It feels very, very weird.
Bones, definitely.
Right, every time I unmute, the dog decides to have mutiny against me. It's like, oh, the light's on, charge!
Well, we can hear him in the background.
That might be
What did you say, James?
me typing. That might be
it's
me
the
typing.
dog.
No, it's the dog. Don't worry.
Okay.
Apologies to everyone listening. my
Unless
dog's a
you, like-
fucking arsehole.
Pounding your keyboard.
Pounding summit, baby. Pounding Ribena.
I don't have I can't think of a last name at all. It doesn't actually fucking matter.
Well,
Yeah, it
let's
doesn't
go
matter,
to
anyway.
fantasy
Well,
name
I'm going to
generator.
put to Alex.
Alex the butler.
I'm sorry, God didn't bless you with a back last name.
It's like Sidon. It's like all of Pete's characters.
All
None
of Pete's
them-
characters, yeah.
Apart from Aeon.
Bono,
Um,
Madonna, yeah.
He's just Bono.
Aeon Strive, yeah. This is Strife or Strive. It's like the
Strive.
most Final Fantasy name ever. Fucking Nimbulus Strife. Okay.
Phoenix Strife.
Yeah.
Objection.
We've got 8 minutes, guys. What are we doing?
What do you mean 8 minutes?
It's 8 to 10.
Oh.
Okay, well, you guys dig up a body and get to a coffin. It is just like a very plain wooden coffin that's clearly like cobbled together. But as you sort of open, I assume you lift it out of the grave.
Yeah.
Do you open it?
Yeah.
Yeah. As you open it, Maeve, you see a very a familiar face, of the elven, Elijah man, sort of long, dirty blonde hair, wearing just like clothes that once were clearly nice, but now are sort of decayed and ragged and mostly gone. But where obviously he said it's been 20 years, he is perfectly preserved.
Oh.
Do I see that too? or-
Yes, you both
Does
see
he
it.
have a bite mark on him?
He has multiple scratches and bites and claws and digs and bludgeon wounds on him.
So what he looks like when he was alive.
That letter, so he folds it, paper airplanes it, and throws it, and it
Mhm.
goes off perfectly. And it's like, sick, that's awesome. He's going to come over. I'm going to give him a medicine check on this body.
You can do a medicine check, but it'd be better to be Arcana.
Okay. Let me tell you what I'm looking for first.
Okay.
So you mentioned scratches, bludgeoning wounds, and just general unpleasantness.
Yeah.
I want to, from what I understand of what happened to Cassian, he got bit and someone broke out the silly straw. I want to. This doesn't seem like the same thing's happened here, or at least my reading of what you just said isn't the same thing.
Yeah.
So would it be medicine or investigation or arcana?
Medicine, you're trying to figure out specifics. Arcana, if you want to know why he's perfectly preserved.
I'm putting that down to the gate. That is
Okay.
Artron's
Yeah.
assumption. I'm more interested in why it doesn't look like he's. It looks like someone's got what they wanted, and then kicked the shit out of him.
Yeah.
I want to. That's what it sounds like. So, it's a wisdom. I thought medicine was. Oh, it's still good. 18.
Medicine is wisdom, yeah.
Yeah.
Hold on. Yeah, so with an 18 medicine, you get the sense that, rather than Cassian, who was clearly, actively turned off from what he was saying, it seems like whatever killed him had a reason to do this and wanted to make this gate. So did something specific as to make sure he didn't die, but used him for a different circumstance, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Which is like, rather words, Cassian was properly turned, he was killed, not turned, and like used for other reasons.
Presumably to do with the game.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, that's fine. Okay. I've sent you in the chat what I sent to Alex, by the way.
Yes, sorry.
Presumably to do with the game. Okay. Interesting. How does how does Ghost Lysander react to seeing arguably a better looking?
Yeah, I mean, it's like what he did look like.
Oh, he's quite a handsome chap. I look over. It's like his spirit has deteriorated whilst his body has remained.
Yeah, it's weird.
Well, not pure. What's the word I'm looking for? I don't know. In good condition. When they've exhumed the body and they've taken the lid off the grave.
Yeah.
So the coffin. Was it in a coffin?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
It was in like a very cobbled together coffin.
Okay. Okay. Was there any kind of like, with what we're seeing, is there any way we can? Is there any other information that I could get? Like, if I was to investigate it, I will roll investigation, see if there's anything else I can learn. Actually, I will roll investigation, see about the physicality of it, less about what the magic is. So I'm putting that down to just the gate thing.
Yeah.
But I'm assuming that there's there's perhaps something else we can learn from the body.
Mm-hmm.
23.
23. Anything specifically? Because I can't think of anything off the top of my head.
So, all we know about this. I mean, this is where things get a bit woolly. James, the player, has heard a number of times about this potential vampire in the Fey that is red eyes, shadow, and fangs.
Yes.
I don't think it's ever been mentioned at all to Archeron. I cannot remember a single, because it's not in my notes at all.
I think it was only mentioned at first to Maeve, or the people who were in the room.
So I'm gonna try and figure out, because I say my assumption was that I wasn't sure whether or not Cassian had killed this guy. If this predates him, then assuming it's another vampire, but looking for evidence. If it's a high level spell casting vampire, if we were going up against a vampire that can cast Gate, I'm sorry guys, you're in this by yourself. Like, there's not a lot that I'm going to be able to do to help you here. So I'm looking for some indication of what kind of thing they would have had to have done, perhaps to evoke a effectively dormant 9th level spell. That's not something Archeron could do at level 20 for context.
Yes, yeah.
If that makes sense.
Yeah. I would say, with your knowledge of the arcane and this whole scenario being very weird, you did hear Maeve and Cassian say it's probably the same thing, so your assumption is it could have been the same thing that killed Cassian. With the 23 and the other Arcana checks, this is... You don't know how long the magic has been there. Obviously, this is very high-level magic. This could have been something like... Obviously, whatever killed Cassian, whatever has done this to Lysander is clearly strong. It could be bigger than that. It could be something more than that. Because this is... The only way you can think of doing it, other than being able to cast a 9th level spell permanently through some necromantic means, is by using some higher power or calling upon something to aid you in this circumstance, to to give you the power in that moment, if that makes sense.
I know you mentioned when we got the map of the Feywild, so this is going back 3, maybe 4 weeks, that the portal may well have been here because it was a site of natural power anyway.
Yes, it definitely could have been. I mean, Crown Top is there's a lot of stuff that goes around, around Crown Top. It's a very, important city. It could have been something here already, But I think with the information you have, that's all you're going to know. If that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, I was going to ask fucking Jarek about Gem Dragon. Never mind.
You did it before. He seemed very confused.
Yeah, he said cagey about it, but my insight is not high enough to pick up on it, so I was going to mention it again. Never mind. Okay, that's fine. Okay, I will mull that over and try to make something of it. Does he? I don't want to say loot the body.
There's nothing on him.
Okay.
I'll give you
Glad
that.
I didn't say loot the
With
body.
a 23, there's nothing on him.
I see his pockets are empty. Interesting.
But yeah, because obviously we don't have Pete or Matt, I don't want to start things without them being here. So I think there's that sense, Archeron, because it's not too far away, that letter has got there. And you assume that Slab and Simon are getting ready.
I look over and see it go through the letterbox.
Yeah, pretty much. Literally down the road.
Yeah, I sent Porridge along to watch it.
You could probably walk at the exact speed of the letter.
Totally worth it. Totally worth the 10 minutes.
Sure, buddy. You could have gone there in 10 minutes, told them to get ready, and walked back by
Yeah, but
now.
this way he gets a nice letter.
Okay.
Everyone likes receiving a letter, and we get possibly sandwiches.
I don't. They're always bills.
But yeah, sort of thinking on it, you're like, there is a way to help this guy without permanently harming him. But if this portal is opened, we will only have a short amount of time unless we want to waste a lot of magic. So you think on it, unless there's anything you want to do at this exact moment. Let me know right now. Anything you want to talk about or think about or do currently? Knowing all that information?
Just really.
With that information, I would pass it on. That perhaps that the not knowing too much about the other stuff, I would pass on that I don't know if the two things are linked. Well, they are linked, but I don't know if the two are fully connected. So Lysander was killed to activate something that was already here. So the person, whatever it is that placed the gate here, might not necessarily be related to the vampire. It might not be the vampire. So there's a little bit of a weight off my shoulders, if I'm being honest. Then again, meeting somebody who could cast gate would be kind of awesome. But yes, I'm interested to see. But if we all try to remember the song. I can help us remember when Slab is here. But Maeve, you had an ear for music. I remember. So evocative music. Think evocative music.
Yes, I'm sure we can come up with something.
Damn it! If only Cal were here, they could play a song too.
Or Bard. Two of them, maybe. But anyway,
I might send Cal a letter.
As you will look up, have this discussion, figuring out it's best to wait for Slab and Sidon. Obviously, it was a short session, but we will end it there with you all debating on what to do next.